Oh,
It's a mouthful.
exactly. Now, Wizard, tell me, what do we have in store as USM faces today?
USM will be taking on Georgia Southern Blue. Georgia Southern does have two teams. Their other team, Georgia Southern Gold, or as they're known in the League OS platform, it's just Eagles COD. Georgia Southern, same thing. Their main team, which I believe is Gold, is in Appalachian. Some people say it differently. I say Appalachian if it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
But they play in that conference, so we won't be seeing Southern Miss take them on, at least for now. In the second half of the season we might, but not in this first half, at least not in this first split. And it will be Georgia Southern Blue. So I've been informed, actually, the captain for Eagles Blue will not be competing today. He's sick. So one, feel better. That's brutal. I hate to see that, especially the captain of the roster.
Yeah, that's
we went to go do vetoes, and the player we were doing vetoes with is like, yeah, I've never done vetoes before. That's so unfortunate. But we have Italian Zero, JWD, which I believe will be known as user and then a bunch of numbers in game. That's what their Activision was linked as. I hope it's not that, because then that's going to be hard to read for us, but we'll figure it out. We have Red, and Imagine Bart is going to be the one that's stepping up for HLG, the captain. So we'll see how they end up faring in this series. But earlier tonight, which I'm going to guess HLG also didn't play in that series either, we saw Georgia Southern fall to Southern Arkansas, a team that Southern Miss put to bed pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Last time, or in week one, when they played Southern Arkansas and Arkansas State. It was kind of crazy. They played the Arkansas Gauntlet, and, well, I wouldn't call it Gauntlet, but the Arkansas group of teams in week one. So we'll see, though, how this series ends up going. That series, though, that was previously played between Southern Arkansas and Georgia Southern was Skyline Hardpoint 250 to 113. And
really, chat can't hear me. This says no audio.
Just for you or both of us?
I hope it's just me. What do we say, chat?
Taco. Yeah, I can hear it. Okay. I just screamed into the mic then. I am so sorry.
Oh. Okay.
I can also
maybe chat is just being weird at the moment.
Maybe, or maybe your mic's just really low and we actually turned it down or something.
Well, that's not good.
Hopefully not. Anyways, the way that series worked out between Southern Arkansas and Georgia Southern Blue was Skyline Hardpoint Map 1, 250-113, Vault S&D 6-0, and Protocol Control 3-0, and all in favor of Southern Arkansas. So not coming off the greatest series, having a pretty rough time there. And we will actually see Skyline Hardpoint here in map number 1. So we may end up getting a repeat there of what we saw. Map number 2, though, will be Hacienda Search and Destroy, Vault Control map number 3, Vault Hardpoint 4 if we go there, and Skyline Search and Destroy if we go the distance. I think this will be a 3-0, especially when you've had to sub out your captain. It doesn't bode well for you.
Yep.
I don't want to count Georgia Southern out. Georgia Southern's historically one of the most successful organizations. I said this to the guys earlier too, as I'm their team manager, so I just kind of let them know. I give them speeches before game day and stuff like that. I said, guys, you can never count Georgia Southern out. Shout out Nevermind, one of the earliest Call of Duty players in all of collegiate Call of Duty, played for Georgia Southern. They got to win. They won the title in season 0 all the way back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Unk status for me and Nevermind, to be honest with you. I got in MW 2019, so I was a little bit further past, but not by much, because I was still coaching in the amateur scene at that time, so it's not like I wasn't around.
Word.
But looking at the Georgia Southern map records as well, they don't look great. So Skyline Hardpoint, they are 1-1 at the moment. That was one of the only, I think, 2 or 3 maps that they ended up winning. So that doesn't bode well. Map 2, which is...
I see it now, chat.
Yeah, map 2, which is Hasi. They
appreciate it.
Hasi Search and Destroy. They have not played at all, at least in matches, of course, this semester.
Yep.
And for map 3, which is Vault Control, I got to do the vetoes today. I got to help Lorbsy with the vetoes, and I was really excited because I had this paper sitting in front of me, and okay, well, our lighting is really bright. But
You can probably get a good angle.
maybe
There we
yeah,
go. There we go.
I write these types of notes for every series, and I'm very happy I actually got to do vetoes today with them, because this is, as a coach, this is what I was always doing, even in the amateur scene. I would have every single map record I could find on every team and what their scores were and all of that. So I'm very happy that I got to sit down and be like, all right, when we veto, we need to be doing this, this, and this. We can win a series off of vetoes alone, if you're really nerdy about it. And I'm one of those people. Now S&D is what wins you championships.
GOAT
according to most,
manager. Shout out Mixie.
Yeah.
But another crucial thing is, if you're tuning in and watching us from Twitch, go ahead and check out our other social media pages. As not only we have Twitch, as you see right now, we have a YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And make sure you follow Miss Esports to get anything you will be missing out, and especially our Twitter, as we're going to be updating on anything that's happening this week and anything that's involving our esports program. As also check out our Instagram, as we're going to be posting, or actually YouTube, we're going to be posting a video that our production team or graphics team has been working hard on, so stay tuned for that. But also, as we segue in back to the game, as we're getting ready, please get like a little match prediction. What do you get? What do you think we're gonna finish? Like a 3-0 or a 2-1 so the miss way, or heck, if you're a Georgia Southern fan, maybe a little reverse sweep if the God forbids that happens. But
also,
hey,
before we hop into the match, I'd like to call an audible here. Production, can you toss the camera of the players on? I just want to get a good look at the players before we start our series here. And there you go. You can see them locked in. Well, kind of locked in. I'm being a little federal. I did not tell the players I was going to do this, but I always like to enjoy ourselves, indulge a little in how we do our switch ups here in production. And you can see there's only 3 players. That's because Kawa lives like an hour and a half away, and we've got some working people in our program, so you got to be a little careful when you know.
Yep. I mean, hey, the boys are getting ready. They're getting coached up, I believe. I don't know what they're doing, to be honest.
Not coached up by me, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do have a shout out our coach Mix, as he's helping the boys get into rhythm as they're getting ready to face on week 3 after their last match didn't really go so well. Tell me about it. They played UCF, correct?
Yeah, last Thursday they ended up playing UCF. They lost 3-1. They ended up taking map number 1, Hardpoint. I don't remember the map off the top of my head, and that's one of the things I didn't write down, but regardless, it's still pretty impressive to take a map off of a team like UCF. And even then, the maps that were after that, except for the control, were pretty close. I think this team needs to get much better at control. If they want to be competitive with the top teams in the CCL, they need to be better at control. I think that's really where you can shine, especially when you can be competitive in hardpoint and search. Control is going to allow you to get a foot in the series, even if you're down 0-2. That's where you can start your reverse sweep. That's where the second part of the series really starts. So if you can get yourself into the control game, that's when you can really start winning series, and that's when you can start putting teams in the blender, especially in those 3 headers.
Having that map 3 locked down is so crucial, but at the same time, not a lot of teams practice it, because control, it's a little iffy to get scrims for and practice for, because you never really know. The other 2 points is so much more crucial because you play it twice in a match if it goes the distance. And especially hardpoint. You want to start off with hardpoint just to get on the right foot, get the right pacing, so you're locked in, or you can have a good basis on how to approach this team. And then when you get on the S&D, that's when you got to use your game sense. You got to use whatever skill you have to hone in to help the team win. Because if you fall in like a 1-1 or a 0-2, that control, at that point, some teams get checked out. So you got to be able to have that balance of being able to stay focused but not going too hard and lose full.
Yeah, and I'm really intrigued to see how this series kicks off. Just looking at the numbers of Georgia Southern, you would expect, a 3-0, but you can't just know a 3-0 is going to happen unless it's Vegas Falcons on the stage, right? It's just not possible. It feels nearly impossible even to really just be like, oh yeah, this team, they're not winning. They're just not winning. Because I as much as I say that, and as confident as I am in these guys to make this series as close to a DoorDash as you possibly can, I don't know. I think it's just because of my bias to how CCL has been in the past that Georgia Southern is just a good team. Like I can't say 3-0 Georgia against Georgia Southern, even if it's their second team. I just can't.
I mean, being optimistic for Buzz. I know I got a little heat for being like-minded or being like even, but I mean, this is esports. This is a sport event. Anything could happen. You never know. You always have to make sure it's a level playing field, because if you go full out, just like COD, if you go ego chow and you lose full, it doesn't really work well. But I'm pretty sure the boys are going to fight back. I mean, last time we had an opponent that is under 500, we kind of put them in the coffin, per se. I think it was
and
something rhymes with old dis or something like that, and we absolutely buried them and
like
showed who runs the state of Mississippi. And I don't know, we're on social media a little bit, but, you know, a little friendly banter, per se.
And we'll find out, too, who wins the full state of Mississippi, because both Miss State and Southern Miss have taken down Ole Miss. And that means, well, I think Miss State played Ole Miss. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they did. If not, that's probably one of those, again, you're going to be like 3-0.
Yep.
But these two teams, Southern Miss and Miss State, will play each other in 2 weeks, not next week, the week after.
Mark your calendars. Let's hope we're streaming for that.
If not, I mean, that means CCL is streaming it.
Oh,
so
even better.
Now, they get decided on a week-by-week basis, so we'll find out later. But I would imagine they might consider picking that up. Like, Shift may be in the DMs later, like in like a week or two, and be like, "Yo, we're taking this. We need this game."
Yep. 100%.
Yo, speaking of the CCL stream, multi-Twitch this stream and the CCL one, you got Mars Hill Marshall. Yo, that is two top 25 teams slamming into each other.
Oh.
Mars Hill has a brutal schedule this week. They have like 4 top 25 teams because they play in CXP as well, which has like the top competition. That they are going through a gauntlet this week, and I am so here for it. I love Collegiate COD.
Hey,
I think that's
what we're here for. That's what we're willing to do. That's what we are showcasing to the fans and our supporters of good Golden Mist Nation. Now, coming up towards the week with mostly just esports program, what do we have coming up for other than COD?
So tomorrow night, I believe starting at 7 Central, we're going to have Tekken. The CFGC is starting this week with just the seeding, which is essentially pool play. You will play all 5 of a best of 5, no matter what the series score ends up being. Yeah. And that is just for seeding. That's what the first 4 weeks for CFGC is. So that's this week, next week, the week after, and then the week after that. Gotcha. That's all seeding. So Wednesdays, we have literally no other titles other than Tekken going on. So we'll be streaming Tekken every Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to have Madden. We actually just found out today who's playing who. It is going to be Chris from, I forget the school name. It was like Weber Polytech or Pacific Tech or something like that. I'll make sure to write the name down tomorrow so I can say it on stream. So be aware of that one. But Thursday at 7, we'll have Madden once again. And then on Friday, we will, of course, have Octane Collegiate Apex, where we saw last week, Apex got 140 points. Second place had about 90, if that. So
yep.
That's this Apex team. Yesterday, they had 229.
Yeah, they absolutely. I mean, the one stream I was able to really cast for them and watch like full hand in hand. Like, they won 3 out of the 5 map games.
Yes.
And like, for those of you who don't know what Apex is, a battle royale game. 50 people. You're in a trios. They absolutely. Is it 60?
I don't. It's 20 teams to 3, so yeah, 60.
Yeah, 60.
Close enough.
You get 60 players in there, and they won 3 out of the 5 and got second place on the last 2. Purely dominant, and it's just, like, they are just insane.
I'm so sorry. I forget which one it was. I think it was Phallus. One of the players on Southern Miss yesterday had 21 kills by themselves.
That's 1/3 of a lobby, bro.
They had 30 as a team in that game alone.
Oh my god.
That is literally half of the lobby. 50% of the lobby died to Southern Miss in one game.
Hey, greatness is overflowing. Greatness is contagious around here.
I'm like simultaneously, like as the production person, right? So I want to show what's best, what's like the most competitive games, but at the same time, we want to see Southern Miss do well, right?
Yes, of course.
so like I kind of am upset I didn't get to stream that, but at the same time I'm like, dude, what would we have even said for them getting 30 kills in one game?
It's pure madness. But hey, as we get going, the game's about to start. I think we're gonna take a little break just to gather everything, and we're gonna go straight into the gameplay when we come back. So make sure you stay tuned, and make sure you check out our social media handles on the bottom right corner, because not only are we on Twitch, but we also post game clips or past streams on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. But make sure you check out our Instagram and for any updates coming on game day, but Twitter especially, as we post you updates about current events and future events. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back after this short little break.
Did production hear us?
Oh, that's so awkward. Oh, man. Oh, and we're back. Hello, everyone.
Welcome. We are ready to start
64. Ignore that from Orbs as we get ready. And did you say the map? What is the map count for coming in for USM playing today?
So, I believe
3 down,
they
3
have
up
not
for
played
Southern Miss.
Skyline yet.
And we get
at
a
least at that
4th
point.
guy playing in Grill. Make that 4 down. So the Miss is coming out strong for this match. But continue on, Wizard.
I believe this is the first time we're seeing Southern Miss play Skyline in CCL play. Of course, they've scrimmed it. Every team has scrimmed every map, but we do have a few names on the other side there. You can read them yourselves. The roster I read on the top of what our stream was simply what they show on League OS. Of course, some players will use a different name on League OS than what it is in game. Like you can see, user 662696999 is actually going to be, I believe, JWD, who we did the map bans with. So name probably just got taken away for some reason. They don't know what they're doing when they make this game, so it happens. I do like the slipping and sliding though here from Italian Zero, but still it doesn't matter. Southern Miss is going to have the spawns for P2, and it is a very hard
kill.
spawn to break. Realistically, it's going to come down to number 6, who is going to be user 662696999, and they are now holding in the hill. Strahan looks to break, now going to get pinched there.
Good chow
It shows
there.
Strahan in the kill feed, but that is not Strahan. I believe that was Rain. So keep your eye on that kill feed. It is not going to, it's going to be a little incorrect. Strahan is showing his Orb Z. It's all sorts of nonsense right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, that kill right there doesn't even show who kills that. Who?
That's
I'm pretty
definitely-
sure Strahan and Rain are switch position, and Rain is starting off hot.
Yeah,
going 11-2, make it 12-2, holding down in kitchen.
Can we mention that Strahan is 1-2? He's 1-2. He's seen nobody.
Yeah, I mean, they're killing everybody, and by the time he sees somebody, it's just someone spawned just behind him. As you see right there on the mini-map on the bottom left, the spawns got flipped instantly, but this is a little too late for Georgia Southern, as Southern Miss is already setting up for P3 in kitchen, and Kawa is absolutely insane. Kawa and Rain are
by the way
hot. Are hot out the gates, as both of them are combined kills of 25 and 6 deaths for the boys.
Oh my Kawa!
Insanity.
Sub, mind you, at that range against an AR. I mean, if there is propaganda to ban the Jackal, right there you're seeing it. You're seeing it live.
God.
100 point. Well, okay, they got off the point at the worst time. 98-20. Finally, Georgia Southern Blue has gotten into the time. There's still 24 seconds on this hill. Southern Miss gonna need to set up a pinch.
They're gonna do one more counter push just to see if they can get some time up. But if not, they have the spawns for P4 just to sit back, as you're gonna have Strahan playing through top plat, trying to kill somebody, but he gets beam. But users going through cat, probably gonna jump down to bedroom and they're gonna chow through the bathroom for P4.
Strahan is kind of struggling. He's 1-4. Like, he's not having a terrible. It's just brutal.
Good trade there.
That's not Rain, by the way. I believe that was like Strahan, or not Strahan. I think it was Kawa. But regardless, still very good work from Southern Miss to secure the spawns here for P4. Now, this is likely going to be a full 60 if they can hold it back. But no, this is a big break.
Strahan gets one. He can potentially get two if he looks on the right side. Look at what an amazing chow. He sees somebody in closet. He's not looking that way, but he gets chow to bedroom, and they double pinch. What a good break from Georgia Southern. But Southern Miss come back with Rain, able to get one. Baraka was able to get Rain. Yeah, these names are tripping me up. But Southern Miss will get the point. As we got back spawns, this is going to allow them to easily push through P1 and get a good setup if everything holds still.
Yeah, and even though they lost the point for just a little bit off a break from Georgia Southern, realistically, it didn't end up mattering that much. And you could see Strahan there. He knew that there's going to be players in the back spawn, but he just couldn't do a thing about it because he knew that there was going to be players also pinching him. So he just kind of are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Orpheus just popped a 3-piece in the kill feed, almost tries to slide away from the fourth. It's going to be user 662, 69, 7,000 trying to find any kill on the map, but Georgia Southern down by 100 are struggling to get anything.
I was trying to get got caught in no man's land, trying to shoot somebody from plat, but get chowed from behind. But as Rain was able to counter, now has the rest of the time, 30 seconds. Southern Miss has the good spawns. They're spawning on piano, but as Rain just got from Jim, get traded out by Kawa. Orbsy comes in, but another trade from Jim. Jim is a hot place as they are gaining the map control. I don't think they're going to get a 100-point club. Southern Miss has a great lead coming to P2.
Yeah, and they do also have the spawns for it, so they're in a pretty solid position. I would like to see them try to get this player off the hill, but you don't want to overcommit to it. There you go. Rain will grab that kill, or as the kill feed thinks is Strahan getting that kill. And speaking of, Strahan is like no engagements in this game because he is simply just occasionally getting on the time, but also, I mean, his teammates are just getting every kill before he can see anybody. Like, I can see his arrow on the minimap spinning around and stuff, but like, there's just no one. They don't exist in where he's
I don't even know that's him, to be honest with you. This is all out of whack.
It's so far.
Because I thought Strahan was 4, but it was Orbs killing. So I'm guessing the numbers.
The kill feed is what's wrong. The numbers are correct.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Then what number is Orbs?
Orbs is 64. It still shows 64 on the minimap, but it's just in the kill feed. It shows him as like, I think Kawa or something. I don't know why. This game is so broken. That's a whole nother tangent though. You can see Rain and Kawa combining.
What a chow by Orbs. Like, can he get another one?
48.
Trans pushing through pool, but gets got by Italian holding down in Gym. So this is now only 42 points away from winning the first map as Rain fools on chows. That was actually credited. Oh my goodness. Rain was on a 6, but gets stopped by user. Strahan's playing the back, keeping spawns in green, looking through long, pushing through, round table, going towards, but gets killed from behind, but he gets traded out by Rain, and now Southern Miss goes 3 up as User trying to see if he can get a good break from Southern Miss, but Orbs guns him down in Grail. It looks like Southern Miss is in a comfortable space and a comfortable lead to be able to take map 1 as there's only 25 seconds with 8 left to go. It looks like Jordan Southern is going to be part of the Southern Miss 100-point club.
Yeah, and I mean, just look at the scoreboard, as in like the stats for both sets of players, and that's what you would expect. I will say it was a good fight from Georgia Southern Blue regardless. I do think that I mean, that second rotation P1, they held a lot of time. P1s are typically the harder ones to hold, but at the same time, you could tell Southern Miss didn't want to chow. They just waited for P2 to pop up because they knew they were going to get a full 60. And you can see Rain here with the best play, just slipping and sliding and dodging around the map. 85, honestly, is more than I expected Georgia Southern to get, but at the same time, you could kind of tell they gave him like 50 points from what it felt.
Yeah.
And look at that. I mean, look at the scoreboard. That's all you need to know.
I mean, Italian did not have a good start, going 9-21. Strain going even positive, but look at Rain going double positive, Kyle going double positive, Orbs going double positive. My God. If it's just like how it was last Tuesday, where we absolutely ripped whoever we played.
I think it was Ole Miss last Tuesday.
Yep. Right? If it's the same thing, this. Oh, what SSD is this?
Hacienda. So
that's a wrap.
Going into it, this is one of those series where this is kind of disrespectful, but this is one of those series where you tell the other team, all right, you guys pick the maps, we'll play whatever.
Yeah.
That's I've done that.
I mean, it'd be like that sometimes in the CCL. You have teams who this is their first year, or this is their moment. They choose to play in this. They want a challenge, and they got a challenge. I mean,
one of those series I recall specifically was Kaiser University Pembroke Pines. We said we don't really care. You guys pick the maps. We won 250-0, 6-0, 3-0. It is nearly impossible to not have a point in hard point unless if you are intentionally running away from the hill. And even then, you typically will accidentally run through it for a second. So this is appearing to be not quite as bad, not nearly as bad. Let's put it that way. But still, it's kind of appearing to be one of those types.
Yeah. Come back, it's over.
But Search and Destroy is a mode where you can kind of you can get away with a lot more because it's not respawn, so like you're not being forced to chow guys that are like clearly better than you all 100%. The time. So you can cook something up, right? You can always steal a couple rounds or rounds 1, 2 or whatever. The thing is, I did tell them we could play Vault because their Vault is their worst search map statistically, but at the same time, not playing Vault is fine because if you think about it, you can easily steal rounds going to that A site that is in the pool, in the Vault area. I know, Vault inside of Vault, whatever, right next to pool, that A bomb site, you can just hold it. Even if you're a bad team, you can just hold it for free because it's so poorly designed. It's like impossible to push, so I think it's a wise decision to not force a Vault or SND.
I mean, if you're going against a lower opponent that's not to the same skill level as our Southern Miss team, this is just good practice. I mean, this is just like a glorified scrim.
Yeah, a little bit.
Which I know our chat will love me to say that because they will love Southern Miss to be able to just easily scrim anybody.
When I was looking at the schedule when it got released, that's kind of what I said about a lot of these matches. And like, I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way. If I want to be disrespectful, I'm going to tell you pick every map. Please just pick every map. You host every, and I have never done this. I would say host every map. We don't care. I will never tell a team to host every map because that's like the ultimate level of disrespect to a team. Unless if you're just both annoyed at how bad, like if the lobby keeps crashing because of someone, then you're like, okay, that's fine. 100%. But like off rip, if you don't even test it and you're just like host every map, we don't care. Like that's when it gets disrespectful. It's just when I saw the schedule come out, when I see the players that are up, and I'm like, okay. They're probably going to get into that top. Southern Miss is going to get into that top half, whatever. It is going to be, though, Hacienda Search.
Little jersey change by Orbs as he's now going by 44 Orbs. Let's see if that's going to make a difference.
They're never going to give him a normal number, are they?
Hell no.
There's no one. It's just
we're going to keep
44.
playing this game. We're going to keep getting Crap house.
4-stack B, and look at how fast Georgia Southern Blue is playing this. It's a pure blind counter from Southern Miss, to be honest.
We are literally rotating.
to
They
8?
they are on the defense, and we are literally playing their position at the moment. And look at that. They just run through.
Yo,
You're on defense. What are we doing here?
they can hear.
Absolutely crazy
Going to be
work.
crucial here. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because the bomb has been planted. You are going to see the full ramp through the back of their own spawn as if they didn't start there originally on the round. Just the worst type of blind counter I've ever seen a team have to go through. There's 29 seconds left, and you're just now getting ready to push this, by the way.
You know what?
Ready
I understand the commitment because if they
In a great spot and end up just chowing and getting in between.
he got put on a poster. That's what he just got put on. Southern Miss now, if also 2-2, but they have 8 seconds left, and Rain takes one,
takes
another clean sweep for Southern Miss. Now, Georgia Southern, I like the approach. If they would have went straight to A and you met them head to head, it could have went your way.
If Southern Miss would have pushed B there, Georgia Southern probably wins that round, to be fair. They just got the worst blind counter and timing I've ever seen a team get. Like, that is not their fault. Genuinely. Like, it's partially their fault because their retake was not good.
Yeah.
Because, like, the idea on the retake was good, but the execution was horrid. Like, they just did not, like, you're using an AR and you're sliding past rock. Like, that's just not a good play. But, like, at the same time, the idea was there, at least. I will say.
100%.
They had the idea.
The idea was there, but when you went from defending the point to have to attack, it's pretty much
With like 20 seconds.
Yeah, pretty much
you didn't
chalk.
get any time.
Now let's see what Southern Miss has. So they have 2 players playing near P1. No, looks like just full rush A, but Southern Miss trying to do a little spread defense, but they are not planning the bomb. Do they know this is search and destroy? As Orbs playing the back line, trying to see if they get a pick. No first blood yet.
Oh, I was saying
but
no one-
Fan was playing on the bottom stairs, able to pick off Orbs, so then Strahan able to get one, but gets traded out by one Leard. The Orbs comes back. That wasn't even Orbs. I don't even know.
They were.
anymore.
It was a 2v3 just a second ago. I looked over towards the screen
What are you
away from
looking
the
at,
mini
son?
map, and I just see 2 players dead.
All right, Unk. No need to say that in the chat. Crazy work.
Now we do have a 2-0 lead here for Southern Miss, and I mean, yeah. If that's going to be the way the cookie crumbles for these guys, it's not good, to say to put it nicely.
You know, shout out to Robot for micromanaging. I'm gonna be saying right now to give him some PTSD.
PTSD.
Yeah, he should know.
PTSD
If he
might be a
wanted,
bit of a harsh word.
no, he should know. If Mac is watching this, I do
Here we go.
apologize.
Look at this. It's the bang out. It's
Let's
the bang
see.
out round. Southern
Trade after trade, trade after trade. What a oh my goodness! The 1v1. They're ringing around the Rosie on the rock. Strahan's got the upper hand on User, as he now has bomb. User's gonna do a little wrap around. Oh, Strahan sees him. He knows he's going for the plan. Maybe he's trying to bait him out. He's watching the
This
window.
could be one of the biggest moments of this series for user 662696999 right now if he wins this 1v1. But Strahan has a huge gunny on him. Didn't have to do a whole lot in game 1. Is now 3-0 here in game 2.
Oh my goodness.
User, where are you going?
Strahan,
He's
where are
decided
you
to
going?
fully wrap around again.
goodness. Oh my
Strahan
goodness.
is
Oh my goodness.
looking for this. It's a free kill, and that is just getting
word.
played like a
Oh
fiddle,
my
friend.
word. That is insane work. As I ain't gonna lie, User was kind of lost in the sauce. Not
Wasn't
checking
even
his
any sauce.
Not even checking his mirrors. It's just pure just outplayed there. Just to say it, just no sugarcoat. Just simply outplayed. Outmatched.
No, yeah, I mean,
outperformed.
that's, yeah. Yeah, like exactly what it was. Simply just a solid play from Strahan. Gets the spot on User dropping down into P1. And once he sees that, he knows exactly what the play is. It's very obvious, and it's a free round at that point because User is going to be oblivious to Strahan having that information. So it will be now a full hit here for Georgia Southern Blue. They are going to get that plant onto A. Where is number 4 going to go? Are they going to take the outside route, or are they just going to wait for the team to get ready? First,
Ooh,
2
bang
bloods
out.
to Southern miss again, and now it's a 2v4 on the hill, making
at
it
this
2v3.
pinch.
Good nade from Italian, but for
Orbs
User,
tries.
the first.
I think he got team stun. I'm not quite sure.
And huge kills from User.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
another 1v2. This time it's for Kawa.
Oh, there we go. Kawa gets one. 1v1. Let's see. User last time. Oh, here we go.
Good trigger discipline.
He sees him. I wonder if he's going to go
But
straight for the
no,
defuse.
this is a good play from User.
Oh my goodness. I
Knows
love this
the timing.
spectator view. This man is full on watching Felton and Kawa. Oh my goodness. Missed him by. What is happening? Oh my goodness. No way he's oh my god.
I'm a little confused on the play from Kawa there. Like, I have a feeling they're goofing around a little bit, but
Yeah, that's not.
I would like for you to 6-0 this team, because there's no reason they should ever even get close to winning a round from you. And to be
That
honest,
is.
Kawa has every reason to chow that. Like, you know he's in you, and you just let him run the timeout. Like, to be fair too, I don't think if he would have chowed it, he would have gotten back in time.
Yeah.
It would have been very close. But the fact that you're just staring at it, expecting him
The
to
thing
chow,
is,
like,
if we look back, User never checked the bomb but once. In that
I know,
time
that was
frame.
the craziest
That was
part
a
of all-
plenty of
the
time to
whole play.
defuse. But hey, it be what it be. And let's just see if the boys can just close this door on Georgia Southern and go to map 3. But right now,
it's another
it's a
2v3.
2v3. As you say it, Rain is playing through bottom stairs. As Kawa comes into Chow, gets the free pickings. Now 2v2. They do have bomb. It looks like they're might rotate to B.
Is it Italian has to be under, I guess, on the staircase.
Yep, he is under. He's
okay,
playing
in U,
near
he's in U.
Garden.
I was so confused because I saw on the minimap he's like right next to Kawa, and I was like, "What are you?"
Oh
doing?
my goodness.
Kawa,
Oh.
it should be an instant trade. It is. So it'll be down to Rain in a 1v1 with Ryla, and gets the spot. Good timing, and that's a free kill. A lot of people getting caught sprinting in this game on both teams.
Heck yeah. Wow, that was just a great. Look at that lock in. Check. Saw him a little split second and instant beamed him. Straight laser. Now, so the miss in the driver's seat. 4-1 after dropping the last round. Well, the round before last. Let's see if they can really close out as we're looking at the stats. It is a bit inaccurate. Do apologize for that, folks. But of course, that is Activision, not us.
I will never. Honestly, I'll never apologize for the game being programmed poorly ever.
Yep. Kawa 7-2, insane stats. Rain 5-4.
It's just raining down.
Graham 4-2, having a better start to this than the Hardpoint. Orbs going 3-5, not having the best moments, but hey, they're still winning.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be a much slower play here. We've seen Georgia Southern just bang it out every single round. They literally have just been barreling forward at mock pace. As I almost said Tyler because I looked at his name in chat. I'm sorry, Tyler. I think that was Rain. As User gets a pinch around, gets the first, but immediate trade. Good trade.
Oh, 3 down goes.
3 trades.
Georgia Southern is now a 2v1.
Ryla at least has the bomb, but
Rain.
he's still in his spawn.
Fans trying to get Rain. Rain is running away, trying to regen some health. Looks like they're rotating back. Oh, it looks like they're either.
I have a headache. I have a headache watching this game. Like, from both teams, I have a headache.
Good night. Orbs, as I said, not having a good outing, comes up to go even. They are 1 round away from getting this S&D map. And some would say, better go ahead and start wrapping things up.
I feel like I'm watching TDM. Like, what is I understand. This Georgia Southern team is not the greatest, but also, what are their strats? I would love to be in the comms. And again, they don't have their captain, so I get it. It's much tougher when you don't have
I think
your
their
captain.
strat is to survive,
Their
really.
strat is to run forward and hope they kill people.
Just
And it
straight
is not
ego
working
chow.
in S&D because that's not how S&D works.
Looks like Rain's going to plant the bomb at A. Let's see how Southern Miss set forth as Georgia Southern, for some reason,
They all-
full on committed to B instead of full defense, leaving A wide
I
open,
like
not
that
having anybody watch that lane.
I like that they're playing trades. Like, genuinely, I really like that they're playing trades, but they're stacking on top of each other and not getting trades. What is the point then? don't stack on top of each other if you can't get a trade.
Hey.
Just go and watch the other site then, because you're clearly not hopeful.
Hey, if they don't know what we're doing, they don't know what we're doing. If they don't know, we don't know.
We have
It's one of those
Italian
things
red going for a
because
pinch. Italian's dead.
it's a 1v3,
that's it.
and that's all she wrote for the SND.
Like, again, I get it. You don't have your captain, but you're not even calling strats. You're just saying, let's stack onto a site and forget how to shoot back. And like, it's frustrating. I'm sorry. I'm half sorry for raging like that, but it is so frustrating to see stuff like that happen when it feels like it's so avoidable, right?
Very much. Very much.
We will head into map number 3. It is Vault Control. Now, this is a map that Georgia Southern is currently 0-2 on, or map mode, sorry, map mode that Georgia Southern is currently 0-2 on. It's not boding well, I guess is a nice way to put it, right?
I mean, that's a great way to put things in perspective. Or another perspective, they are just purely getting shredded. Like it's unbelievable what Southern Miss can do to a team that is not to their skill level, a little below.
If my phone was on this side of the desk, I left it back in our production space. If I had my phone, I would have ordered food at the start of this series, and it would not even be here by the time we're done. It wouldn't. Like, we say DoorDash, but like, there's a difference between a DoorDash and literally losing so fast, the DoorDash isn't showing up yet.
Yeah, you're better off picking it up and going back
You're better
home.
off ordering it now, walking there midstream, walking back, because you're still gonna have you're not gonna have you're gonna be done for the day, bro. I say these things out of no disrespect to them as people and as players. Like, probably some of the things I said in the S&D are probably disrespectful to the players and whatever, but like, I don't mean it in the most demeaning way. I've said way worse things too, to be fair.
As we
I
get
said way worse things in the
as we get going for this control on map 3 for USM of having a profound lead on Georgia Southern, going up 2 maps
as well. I would like to see them play fundamental control, because control is something they want to work on. So I really am curious to see how they decide to take this one. It looks like they almost have a full cap on A.
What a dive by Kawa. That was a great block there by Kawa.
Has every bullet miss. I don't know if it's windy. I
Orbs
don't
is
know.
absolutely going insane.
He's 4-1.
Cleared out A. That's an easy cap. Let the boys go straight to B. It's all safe.
like
As he
the
comes
strat.
in, almost got, but Rain comes in to clean up, and Kawa looking for the last guy behind him, but doesn't really fare
Kawa
too well.
is Rain in the kill feed.
No,
Sorry.
I hate this game.
I do like the strat of Southern Miss, just 3. I think it was 3 stacking A, sending 1 B lane, or they sent 1 top bridge. I like that strat. I think capturing A is the harder site on this map, and getting that one done early is huge. I also do see Ryla is on a 5 streak, so that is huge for them. They do get cut down, so they will not find the Hellstorm. And the live advantage is for Georgia Southern, but they need to hold
Crazy
the
enough,
point for
I
lives.
don't think I have ever seen a score streak being used so far this
And
season.
this season,
No, this season that I've been casting, I have yet to see a single score streak being used.
they've definitely been earned, but yeah, I don't think they've been. I don't know if they've been used. No, I think Strahan used one in against Ole Miss, because he had like 3 separate 11 streaks.
Oh my God!
I could be wrong, but I think he did use one there, and that would
We're
be
gonna
like
go back to the fact check, but as the moment, Southern Miss is having a little trouble trying to get B, as Georgia Southern, has 1 extra life on them and having a good little setup. And as I say that, Southern Miss now has a chance to go full cap, as they got
they just
1
got
tick
voted.
off of B and looking to get a second. As lives going down, both are at a even rate.
So something I would like to put out there. I was stressing to the
checking art.
team when
Terrible.
after last week, after losing to UCF, they are so good at counting kills as they win the first round. They're so good at counting kills in hardpoint. Like, it's unbelievable. I'm like, you guys are very, very good at counting kills in hardpoint. In
And
control,
just
they
like
don't know
that,
how to.
It's over.
And like in control, it is so much easier to count kills.
Yeah.
Like, you know where they're spawning at all times, so it's so easy to count kills. And I stress to them, start counting kills, guys. You can do it in hardpoint, you can do it in control. Control is an easier game mode to play than hardpoint. So like really just lock in, get some control scrims, and count kills. Play the fundamentals. I do like how they took that second half of the round. They got every player off of power position, forced them to sit in their spawn. Good end to the round for Southern Miss, despite the mid-round being a little iffy.
Yeah. I mean, everything you said is just pretty much just fundamental Call of Duty. Just play to your best abilities and don't go overboard. Italian had a chance, but it's gone down 3 down for Georgia Southern. As Southern Miss is looking to take this series away, as they're looking for 2 more round wins.
There's so many schools with the word Southern in their name. It's like trips me up every stream.
Yeah, welcome to the South. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch, like, since coming from the North, there's a bunch of northern this, northern that.
There aren't.
Oh, really?
No, there's a lot of just like different names. And to be fair, it could just be an esports thing.
Good God.
As we see 2 there in the feed for Georgia Southern. They're not going to have a lot of map pressure, but look at number 6. That's user 662696999. They're going to be helpful here to get towards that A point. And now you're going to see Southern Miss need to find a way to get break back in. It looks like it will be done by Strahan and Orbsy there. No, user goes on a pinch, gets 1. Rain will now have to fly onto this A point. Good trade there for, sorry, it wasn't Strahan, that was Rain. As Ryla will try to fill, does at least get 1 tick of progress, but you're going to need all 6 if you can even get it near a 5th round of control, but I just don't see that happening.
30 seconds. They just need to capture 1 point or get on the point.
They just need to cap a point, and they can at least extend it by a minute. Rain is now hunting this player on A. There is a trophy system. Rain does a full 360 and somehow still misses the player on Hill.
No, he's not noticing.
So that should be a cap, I think. Yeah, that should be a cap for Georgia Southern.
And as they get going, 15 seconds.
I just heard you like, but I was like, I'm assuming he's not coming.
And they full on cap A. So then there's a little blunder there as the lives are a little one-off difference going towards Georgia Southern favor. Last time that happened, Southern Miss cleaned them out to get the first round. And this is what I've been saying.
Like, they are not a great control team. If you want to beat Southern Miss, you just 3-0 them on control in 5 minutes. Like, they gotta be more disciplined on defense. They simply were just sprinting forward repeatedly, not having no idea where anyone is.
Checking in line.
And that's costing them right now.
Let's see what Orbs can do as he kills 1 and 2, clears the point, but they already got that second tick with a minute left with
Georgia
7
lives.
lives.
But I think it'll come down to lives. I think it'll come down.
100% this is going to go down the lives as Orbs wasn't able to kill whoever that was deep.
Number 3 is going to be massive here. That's going to be Rain. Rain is going to be the big player in this one.
Down to no lives to respond to. Georgia Southern have to play sound Call of Duty in order to get this.
They gotta hit
Southern Miss has 1 more extra life in respawns, but it's looking grim as there's 30 seconds left. They're gonna have to do a push. They're gonna be flanking around.
I like that idea. They have the time to do it, so why not? Strahan though can hear all the players stomping.
3 left to go.
I guarantee.
He sees him in cat. He's waiting for him to chow.
This is disciplined. That's what I want to see. And it's Strahan in the kill feed, but it's
going off.
Who gets
Strahan is able to kill the last guy, and now they're 1 round away.
Good work from Strahan there, sitting right underneath Cat and just listening for the players. He could hear all 4 of them stomping about, and I think that's huge.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I mean, it was a little scary as Georgia Southern picked up a little momentum, but Southern Miss was able to clean up their act and close out round 2. Now as we go into the final and potential round to close this series up, Southern Miss either going to play lights out attacking or keep playing with their food.
I just want to see them get 4 dead off rip because they have no reason not to, unless if there's a really weird defensive strat, which is possible. We'll start by analyzing that, I guess. It's going to be a 3-hit mid for. Or actually, no, you're going to see number 7 wrap around. And Strahan this time is watching for it. Although it will be Rain in the kill feed, taking down user. That's 3 dead. That's what you want to see. Make it 4. Stack the point. Get this capture quickly.
Orbs with a 21 and 12 for this control.
Yeah, the kill board, the scoreboard is broken if you didn't know.
Or you can just look at the player's card. Absolutely insane work from Sub-Z.
Yeah, huge
He's
work.
not even using a sub. He went back to AR.
And look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Huge stuff there.
Trying to play
Doesn't
his
get
life.
the point capture. Rain going to try and hunt this player down outer and does get the kill.
6, 17, and 13. That's not a performance we usually see from Rain having in control, as he was so dominant in S&D and Hardpoint. But then again, you got to take into account whether or not they're playing lights out or just playing with their food.
I like that 4 dead. I feel like they could have definitely stacked, but at the same time, Georgia Southern got back to that point pretty quickly. So at the end of the day, it wasn't like the end of the world for them not to cap there, especially because they can definitely cap here. But as long as they continue to play together, they need to be fundamental. These are the series where you can learn how to be disciplined. If you can't learn to be disciplined against bad teams, you cannot learn to be disciplined against good teams, and you will get slammed. And that is like the basics of how you get better at Call of Duty, especially when you're in leagues of this style, where there is going to be a lot of games where they're just blowing it out. Strahan on a 5 spree, but that is not Strahan, that is Rain on a 5 spree. Now watching the spawn, actually Strahan.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who are still with us, make sure you stay towards the end of the stream, as we're going to be interviewing one of our Southern Miss players for our post-game talk about the match and about anything else that you would like to hear Wizards say it now or forever hold your peace, as once we get going, we are going. Because as of right now, this match is about to be over. GG's in the chat.
No.
Contested, but for what for? Southern Miss with an easy win, as I'm going to leave it for Wizard. As we come back, there will be a brand new or Southern Miss person.
Yeah, and also don't worry about the end game stat board. It's broken. It's welcome to Activision titles. Strahan going to be credited for the best play here on the back half of the map. You'll see him get, I believe it was 3 in the feed right there. Now, a little bit closer than what it probably should have been, realistically. I mean, still only in 7-minute, 50-second control, which is pretty reasonable. But I think that could have been a little bit cleaner. Regardless, Southern Miss still takes a win, so it is what it is at the end of the day. You're still going to take that 3-0. It's going to look fine on the stat sheet. The kills are going to look a little funky because I have to go count them, I guess, which is not fun. Can't say I enjoy counting them. I remember back in the day in Black Ops 4 when the kill feed was fine and the scoreboard was cool and had stats that didn't break every 2 maps, so we will eventually grab one of our players, though, for an interview here in just a little bit. Yeah. Go follow us on our social medias down below. You can see them right below the names. That is at Southern Miss Esports on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, here on Twitch, and TikTok. Go see those platforms. We did just release a video yesterday following the day of our production manager, Taco. That was quite a fun time for him, I'd imagine, to record, and I think they all enjoyed it. And from what I'm hearing, it looks like it's going to be Orbsy back on the stream, so we'll grab him for a post-game interview, and then we'll get you guys out of here, and we'll be all on our ways with the rest of our nights. Hello, welcome.
What's up, man?
So another 3-0 series.
Bright up here, dude.
Yeah, a little bit. Another 3-0 series for you guys. I know we got to talk a good bit before going into it, and we kind of talked about the previous results from this team. What was the mindset, though, in the call going into this one?
Low-key, we're kind of trolling. We're just having fun. But with this team, as long as we're having fun, we'll do well. So we're just having fun.
Yeah, you guys also had a tough loss against UCF. The only ranked team you've played and probably only ranked team you will play, at least until the second split. What were you able to learn from that, especially with taking the first hard point off them, playing them close in the second? What were some takeaways you had from that series, and what can you implement in the future there?
We did have some good takeaways from that series. Our hard point looks good. We took one hard point off the 17th ranked team in the nation. We almost took the 4th, had a close map 4, but we did get slammed in the 2 and 3, so we know we need to work on our 2, 3, 5. That's something we've kind of been known, though. That just kind of, put it out there that if you want to beat those top 20 teams, you got to be able to, close it out in the 2, 3, 5s. And so, yeah, that's really what we learned. And I feel like we're not getting a whole lot of respect for that. I mean, UCF went up in the rankings after beating us, but some people believe that we're not even close to top 25, which is completely faded. If you think that, you're just faded. We can compete with any team out there right now, especially in our hard point. But like I said, we're constantly working. We need to work on our search and our control. So that's what we're focused on these upcoming weeks.
Tesla would certainly be proud to hear that you want to work on the 235. That man was eating at the major, dude. There were so many Neslas. I couldn't believe it. If you don't know what a Neslo is, it's a COD term for a player back in the day who was unbelievably good at the 235 for some reason. Like love the man. But one more thing for you here, Orbsy, before we head out for the day. So now you guys have Miss State in a couple weeks, not to overlook next week because I believe you have Louisiana Tech and Kaiser White. So going into that series, because that's probably going to be a pretty big one. I don't know who's going to pick that up. I feel like that's one that CCL could pick up, but it might be us. What is the mindset for the squad going into a series like that, especially knowing that they're put so far over top of you guys in almost every round?
So that's going to be a fun one just because it's always fun, Mississippi versus Mississippi. It'll be a fun one, but it won't be a close one. So that's unfortunate for them. But we're looking forward to it. I mean, we kind of know those guys. We've scrimmed. Like, it's fun. They're good people. So it'll be fun. You know, it's always Mississippi versus Mississippi, kind of a rivalry, you know. But regardless, like you said, we're not overlooking any team. We just like to have fun. That's when we play our best. So yeah, I think people overlook us because of our division. Like you saw that one list that had us not even making the cutoff. Like, I mean, I'd have to be blind to not make the cutoff. But yeah.
Hey, that's a fair assumption. I'm just not allowed to be as strict, as brutal with my comms. Although I was raging in the S&D, I was just seething in the S&D. But that is going to do it for us today. Thank you for joining us on the desk.
Thank you guys. Yo, shout out everybody watching. Shout out Tunk, Mom, whoever. Love you guys. I'll catch y'all next time.
But that's going to do it for us today. Thank you all for joining. We'll be back here tomorrow night with Tekken at 7 p.m. Central. So be sure to tune in. It'll be Fox on the desk with me this time around. So we'll see you guys then. But for now, that is going to be Southern Miss to the top. We'll see you tomorrow.